So, did the Dallas Mavericks actually tank a game against the Chicago Bulls on Friday night in their loss at home? Look, I'll just cut to the chase here right now to say, of course they did. Mark Cuban and the entire Dallas Maverick organization are guilty, flat out guilty of tanking that game. I will prove it to you here in just a sec. Now I'm told I'm supposed to grovel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe and, of course, like this video. All right, moving on. Now, the Dallas Mavericks on Friday night ended up losing at home to the Chicago Bulls. 115 to 112 was the final. Now, the National Basketball Association on Saturday decided to investigate whether or not the Dallas Mavericks actually tanked that game. This is an investigation that shouldn't take longer than 60 minutes to figure out. I mean, all you have to do is sort of look at who didn't play and who did play and how long did that particular person actually play for. Look, at the end of the day, with no Kyrie playing, no Tim Hardaway Jr. playing, no Josh Green, and maybe even more importantly than all of that, no Christian Wood playing against the Chicago Bulls on Friday night in Dallas, it is clear that the Dallas Maverick organization decided that they didn't even want to bother playing in the play-in game, which, if you ask me, is absolutely disgraceful. And if I were, and I'm not, but if I were a Dallas Mavericks season ticket holder, I would go ahead and cancel my season tickets for next season. It is such a Bush League move by the Dallas Maverick organization. Look, I get resting players when you are statistically out of the playoffs. I understand that. I get resting players when you've already made the playoffs. But when you actually still have a chance to actually make it to the playoffs, you owe it to your fans, not just the ones that showed up that night, but all of your fans that have showed up both in person and watched on TV over the last 80 games of the season to actually see a true effort put out by the Dallas Maverick organization. And this is as clear as water is wet that Mark Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks organization decided it was okay to tank the game because they wanted to get a better draft spot. All right, finally, Luka Doncic did play in this game. He scored 13 points in the first quarter, and then they sat him down for the rest of the game. All right, North America, thanks so much for tuning in to our very first episode of House of Takes. I am Dave Dubois. If you haven't had a chance yet, please go ahead and subscribe to the show and, of course, like this video. Hey, have yourself a tremendous rest of your sports viewing day.